Greetings to everyone. In this video, I'm going to discuss the major salient features of linear combination of atomic orbitals. This is a simple method of quantum chemistry and it gives a qualitative picture of molecular orbitals in a molecule. And we know that Heisenberg's uncertainty principle says that it is impossible to know exact position and momentum of an electron. So, in order to understand the structure of an atom, how the molecule forms, we consider the wave mechanics and the wave function into consideration. And there are few important rules of LCAO one should remember, that is, the atomic orbitals which are overlapping, they should have roughly of same energy. And the orbitals overlap one another as much as possible. And this implies that the atom must be close enough for effective overlapping. And there are two types of molecular orbitals forming, that is bonding and antibonding, and that depends on how the overlapping takes place, how effectively the overlapping takes place. And if you consider the major postulates, according to the wave mechanics, atomic orbitals can be represented by wave function psi. And let's consider two atoms, that is A and B, and its respective wave functions are psi A and psi B. And if these two atoms are combining and results in a molecule AB, the wave function of the combination of the wave functions of the individual atoms gives us the solution for the wave function of a molecule, and which can be given as the psi AB, means the resultant wave function of a molecule AB is equal to n into Ca psi A plus Ca into psi B, where the psi A and psi B are the wave functions of the individual atoms, and Ca and Cb are the constant, which gives a minimum energy for the molecule and so for the wave function of a molecule. And here n is a normalizing constant, which is used to find the probability of finding an electron in the given space. And but generally n is considered as a unity, and the probability of finding an electron in a given volume, if you consider the volume as dV, is given as psi square dV. And if you integrate it, we will get the psi square dV is equal to 1. And in quantum mechanics, if Ca and Cb have different values, then we can get large number of wave functions such as psi 1, psi 2, psi 3, psi 4. And each wave function has energy. From the energy equation, we can assume that there are two possibilities, that Ca can be equal to Cb or Ca can be equal to minus Cb. These are two assumptions we can do because there are not lot many energy levels as we expect. So here the linear functions we get is, if Ca is equal to Cb, then this psi, the resultant wave function for the molecule, will be given as n into Ca psi A plus Ca psi B. If you substitute that Ca is equal to Cb, then I just substituted Ca here, and we can take this value as common, and then what I'll get is psi B. Here the small letter B indicates bonding, the bonding molecular orbitals. The wave function of bonding molecular orbitals is equal to Nb into Ca into psi A plus psi B. Means the combination of two wave functions, simple addition of the two wave functions gives us the wave function for the bonding molecular orbitals. If Ca is equal to minus Cb, then the equation becomes this: psi A is equal to NaCa into psi A minus psi B. Hence, here the small letter A represent antibonding. The wave function of the antibonding molecular orbital is equal to normalizing constant of antibonding molecular orbitals into Ca into psi A minus psi B. This is by simple subtraction. This is additive mode and this is the subtractive mode, or we can say constructive and destructive mode of overlapping. And or else I can, because of this, we can get two types of wave functions, which is denoted as psi b and psi a. So the psi b, the molecular orbitals which are formed by the combination, by simple addition of the wave function of the two atoms, its energy is less so that the molecule becomes stable. More the number of electrons enters into this psi b, more will be its stability. And the other type of molecular orbitals which are anti-bonding, its energy will be raised and it destabilizes the molecule. And for homonuclear diatomic molecules, we can say Ca square is equal to Cb square, as a molecule is symmetric. And the same derivation can be represented in another sense, that Ca can be equal to 1, but Cb can be equal to plus or minus 1. If both are positive values, then we will get the wave function which is equal to Nb into psi a plus psi b. But in case Ca is positive plus 1 and Cb is minus 1, then I'll get the wave function for anti-bonding molecular orbitals. That is psi a is equal to Na into psi a minus psi b. And we know that psi does not have any physical significance, but psi square gives us the probability of finding an electron. And if you calculate the psi square value for bonding and anti-bonding, you will get these equations. As I told, this n value means normalizing constant. Here I considered as unity. And so that we will get a equation psi a square plus psi b square plus 2 psi a psi b for bonding. Whereas for anti-bonding, I'll get psi a square plus psi b square minus 2 psi a psi b. And from these two equations, it is clear that the probability of finding an electron is more in case of bonding molecular orbitals than in the anti-bonding molecular orbitals, and it varies by 2 psi a psi b times. And the molecular orbitals which results by overlapping of the atomic orbitals, the overlapping can be done and results in different types of molecular orbitals, which are sigma and pi. Sigma is a direct overlapping, and in case of pi, this is a sidewise overlapping. Let's discuss the overlapping of sigma to form sigma molecular orbitals. It can be possible when SS orbitals are overlapping or SP orbitals are overlapping, but that should have equal energy. 1s orbital can overlap with 1s orbital only. So if I consider SS overlapping, and here there are signs represented in the orbitals. That sign represents the symmetry, and if both will have same symmetry, same orientation, same energy, then they overlap to form a sigma bonding. And if all the criteria is satisfied, that both are having same energy, same orientation and same sign, and the resultant molecular orbital is considered as bonding molecular orbital. But in case the atomic orbitals have a different sign, one is plus and another one is minus, then the resultant molecular orbital is considered as anti-bonding, which is represented as sigma star. And in case of that anti-bonding, there will be a node. Node means where the probability of finding an electron is 0. And in case of SP overlapping, even the same condition we are applying here. If both will have been S and the orbital which is overlapping with the S, that P orbital also has same sign plus, then it results in the sigma, means bonding molecular orbital. If the sign is different, if S is having plus and the P orbital is having minus sign, then it results in the anti-bonding. And here we use two terms, that is gerade and ungerade. Whether the resultant molecular orbital is symmetry or not, to decide that or to indicate that, we use the word gerade and ungerade. Gerade means symmetry, ungerade means asymmetry. And for this we do one symmetric operation, that we need to rotate If this is a molecular axis, the orbital should be rotated like this and then reflected like this. If we got the same sign by doing this operation, then simply we can call them as a gerade. If we are not getting the same sign, then it is considered as a ungerade. Try for this. This is plus, here it is minus, and this is minus. If I just rotate, their position won't change. And if I reflect it, again I'll get plus, minus, and plus. So this I can call it as a gerade. Thank you.